So, hello. Now I'm marking where the top comes for the lockers here. And I'm using this long ruler, goes across here. So in that way, I got this same height here, same height here. So, seems to work well. So now it's marked, but there is some screws here. I'm gonna undo them because the long one is gonna be glued here. And I'm gonna roughen up the surface too. So this is preparation work. So hello again. Now it's prepared. The surfaces are roughened up. And this piece is laying down there. Screws are here, the screwdriver. This one is on this side. So, this is what I will do soon. So, hello friends. Now it's later than before. And here it's screwed up on the other side. There's the lids. The outside is going to rest on that. And same thing here. Well, where do we have it? Here. This one. So done it on two sides. Saving time. So tomorrow we can start measuring up the lengthwise divisions. Good thing is this. So how it looks. Well, good thing is this. Hello friends, this is Yrvind, and this is Blekingsekan, and the year is 1962, and me, I'm 23 years old. I bought this boat for about $15, and then I built a deck, an extra mast, and a little window. And the idea was now I have the place to live in. I could read and study and do things I could not do otherwise. It worked very well. And first I sailed up the Swedish west coast. It was in May that year. I sailed up, I sailed to Marstrand or was there. I sailed further up. I stayed there in the summer in Bohuslän. And then in the August, I sailed down to Brännö, visit my mother on the island outside Göteborg, the island where I was born, 1939. And here is on the island. And now it's a sunny day, and it's in August. And my mother has given me a pump, and I did some improvements on the boat. And then I'm ready to sail south. So, here I'm on my way south into the unknown. And it was very light wind, and it was a good day. And I was happy. So, this is the skerries around. And I sailed south, and I stopped in small harbors. And at that time, 1962, there was not many people out sailing. And every harbor was free. It was like no facilities. You just tied up next to a fishing boat or something like this. Was not many pleasure boats out. And there was no one walking around taking up money because they didn't pay. There was not enough people sailing around. to make one man a profession of that. So I kept sailing south. I came to Varberg, I came to Halmstad, I came to Torekov, and came to Copenhagen. And in Copenhagen, I find a nice place for a boat in Amager, in the Kristianshavns Canal. I tied up to another boat. No one bothered me. And there I explored. And I realized the idea was have a little place to live and learn about the world. Because the world was a mysterious place. And there was plenty of libraries in Copenhagen. And so there I visited them. And one day I saw a little sign on a door. Sjöfartens bibliotek means library for seafarers. So I went in. Well, was no one there. It was just a room filled with books. And what interesting books it was. It was about sailing, and it was many interesting books I never heard about before. It was from all over the place, It was about the Chinese junks, it was Hadden Hornell about the canoes of Oceania, and it was the Warrington Smith about everything, and it was the Amateur Yacht Research Society. I don't know, but I went there day after day after day, and no one ever came. I never really saw anything. It was just tables to sit down, and it was a mysterious thing. But as I read, I realized that, well, there's kind of a few parts to yachting books. Like where they come from, how to build them, like the adventures and things like that. But it's also the technical part. And in the technical part, it was like stability, came in and it came in mathematics. And I didn't really understand enough of that mathematics. But I realized to understand this well enough, I have to learn about mathematics. And I was dyslectic. I am dyslectic, but different kind of dyslexia. I never had any problems reading, but writing and learning by heart, it's just impossible. I could never do that. So in school, mathematics, I was very bad at it because I wrote the wrong answers. I didn't do that. But then, as time passes, when I was about 14, 15, the problem become more difficult. Like you have to do algebra and equations and things like that. And you got a problem and you have to put that problem into equation with one unknown or two unknown, and with first degree and second degrees and things like that. And that was not so difficult. So I started to learn about that and geometry and the proof of geometry. And at the end, I come very, very good at it. In my class, well, I was really the best one, by far. There was like another boy, he was spending, well, he was doing a lot of homework, and every day. But still, I was out playing a lot, but I understand it. And so I become good at it. So I thought, well, this is interesting mathematics, but I have to learn more. So I went back to Sweden, and in Göteborg, I asked the professor at the university if I couldn't just come there and sit and listening, quite like a mouse. And that was possible, he said, But of course I did not have any higher education, so I couldn't take any degree or anything like that. But that's not what I was interested in. I was interested in learning, in opposite to the other students. They just wanted to get a degree, and they were not interested in mathematics. So this is how it went.